Hello everybody. I did you guys a video here a while back of going and picking up this big Lincoln. Told you guys we'd do a startup video on it. That's what we're going to do this morning. I've got me a bottle with some prime gas in it. We have just set the battery in it. Haven't hooked it up yet, but I'm going to go ahead and hook this battery up. Make sure the motor turns over with a key. When I first got this car, it did not have a key. And I had a locksmith here a while back making me some keys for other things. So I went ahead and had a key made for this car as well. So now we do have the key. I've checked and looked around about the positive cable, ground cable, everything's here. Nothing seems to be missing as far as hooking it up. I do see a vacuum line coming up there, but it's probably just coming off this breather. I'm gonna go ahead and just set it off of there. It is. I'm going to set the breather out of the way. That way I can go ahead and fill the bowl of the carburetor up. Get this other vacuum line off of it here. If it'll come off. Where's it one going to? It's going right down to the intake. So let me get that off and we'll plug it off. So I have it pulled off the breather there now. I'll set the breather out of the way. And we will block off this vacuum line so we don't have a vacuum leak here. Somebody's already blocked that one off. And we'll get some prime gas in this thing. Found the bolt. Block the vacuum line off with it. Go ahead and hook our battery cables up here. And we'll see if it's even going to turn over with the starter before I even put prime gas in it. Car is not a bad looking old big car, but somebody has evidently bent the top down on it at one time. It's all full of Bondo and it's busting out, and they got shiny tape stuck around the windshield instead of the windshield chrome. Windshield's busted. But let's just see. We got a buzzer in here. Oh, we lost connection. No buzzer or nothing. There we go. I think it's the hot one where the cable goes into the terminal. Let's clean that cable here. But I think it's right where the cable goes into the terminal itself. I think it's going to be right here. So let me get that loosened up and cleaned up. He is gone to get a couple wrenches. We're going to take these terminals loose and clean them here. And it looks like this red terminal goes all the way up inside the battery connection here. But it looks like the red coating on this wire goes all the way up to right up in here. So I am going to take that out, redo that, clean that one as well. I just thought I'd give you guys a walk around view of the car here real quick while he's going to get some tools. A lot of the trim and stuff is off of it, but it's laying inside with a lot of other stuff. Hubcaps, lights. But we'll get these battery cables cleaned up. See if we can get this thing to fire up. I am really curious to hear it run and to see if it runs good, or if it's knocking, or if it's smoking, or what's going on with it. Okay, so I got this battery terminal off. You can see how far it was back on here. Now, when this thing was on there, it was just about nothing but solid red rubber under in here with just a hair of cable making contact. The rest was sticking out the end over the top of this. I mean, like I said, you can see it right there. Time it's set right there, you can see I don't see how it's making any kind of connection at all. I don't know why people leave the coating on these cables and then put the terminal plumb back up to here on it. Just don't make no sense. But we got another terminal here that we're fixing to put on it now. Go ahead and peel that back a little bit more and put another terminal on it here. Okay, so now we have the other terminal on it. We'll go ahead and try this thing and see if it's gonna turn over. Like I said, I don't want to put the prime gas in it until we get it where the motor is actually turning over. We lost connection again over there somewhere. I think it's going to be in the negative this time. Yep. Yep, we may have to put a negative cable on this there terminal. Let's see if maybe we can take this one off, clean it up, see if we get connection then, or put another terminal on it. All right, let's give her a try now. We have connection. It is turning over. It don't sound like it's turning over too fast, but it is turning over. So while it's turning over here, I'm gonna go ahead and put some prime gas in the carburetor and just see if it's gonna hit. I can fill the bowl up on the carburetor. Put something in there. Give her a little squirt in the carburetor. Let's just see if it will even hit it all here. So the gas over out of the way. Get in here and just see. I lost freaking connection again. Hey, it would fire right up. It is running. It is running. Poop, poop. It said poop. Let me try filling up the bowl here one more time. Yeah, just when I tell you, go ahead and turn it over. Let me put some more gas in the bowl. It's got some more in there. We'll put a little more just in the carburetor itself. Set our gas jug back over here. Turn her over. All right, do it again. Do it again. Lost battery connection again. I may have to put a whole terminal on that thing. Let's see what we can do with it. Okay, let's try her again. Turn her over. Our steering belt is loose and flopping. Go ahead and cut it off a second. That power steering pump belt's loose and flopping. Let's see what we can do with it. Looking at this floppy power steering belt, I mean, it's way loose, but the adjustment, I don't know if you can see it down here. There's an adjustment down there where I'm pointing at, and it's all the way out. So this belt, this power steering pump's as far over as it'll go right now. And that belt is still just that loose. That's what's doing the squealing. I can turn the fan, sliding the belt around it. Alternator belt is just as loose as well. The alternator still does have a little of adjustment, But in order to get this power steering pump belt off and get a shorter one on it, we're going to pull the air conditioner belt and the alternator belt. There's a power steering belt is actually behind these other two belts. So for right now, I'm going to just get the belts off of it, and then we'll start her back up without all that squealing and squalling and see what happens. All right, guys, we got the power steering belt tightened up on it. Just took the AC belt off, so maybe all that squalling will quit. I just put a little more gas to the carburetor. Go ahead and turn her over now and let's see what happens. In reverse. Tried to back up. Yep, the car was in reverse, so I give it a little gas, it tried to back up. Let me put a little more gas in the carburetor. I bet the tank's out. So I got a little more gas in her now. Now let's give her a try again. Yep. But it does start and run. I think I'm going to get a fuel. I take the fuel line loose from right down here. Run that fuel line into a jug of gas so it'll sit here and run, let it pump its own fuel. Evidently the tank is empty, or the tank could be rusted up. It's been sitting for years. But I will put a fuel jug to it down there, run a line to it, and we'll come back and see about getting this thing started up and let it sit here and run a little longer. But it is alive. It does run. That is sensational. I told you guys I'd do this video. So there's your video on just seeing the thing start and run. Hope everybody's having a sensational day today. I'll come back do the other video. And if you guys like this kind of content, please go to my channel. Subscribe. Hit that like button. Ring that notification bell.